Hey, what's up guys? Tyler here with Secure Team. We have a new update regarding the recent closure of the Sunspot Observatory, where we now have new information that the observatory, after having been shut down since the 6th, so almost 2 weeks now, is due to reopen Monday after this much sensationalized, and I still have to say very mysterious and suspicious FBI investigation. So according to this new release by the Association of Universities for Research in Astronomy, or AURA, the observatory will reopen Monday after, quote, criminal activity was reported at Sacramento Peak. The release also stated that the investigation involved a suspect who AURA officials believed posed a threat to the safety of staff and residents that live nearby. AURA has not released the current status of the suspect or any information involving the suspect. Now here is the statement from AURA. It reads, quote, on September 6th, the Association of Universities for Research in Astronomy and the National Science Foundation made the decision to temporarily vacate the Sunspot Solar Observatory at Sacramento Peak as a precautionary measure while addressing a security issue. The faculty closed down in an orderly fashion and is now reopening. The residents that vacated their homes will be returning to the site, and all employees will return to work this week. AURA has been cooperating with an ongoing law enforcement investigation of criminal activity that occurred at Sacramento Peak. During this time, we became concerned that a suspect in the investigation potentially posed a threat to the safety of local staff and residents. For this reason, AURA temporarily vacated the facility and ceased science activities at this location. The decision to vacate was based on the logistical challenges associated with protecting personnel at such a remote location and the need for expeditious response to the potential threat. AURA determined that moving the small number of on-site staff and residents off the mountain was the most prudent and effective action to ensure their safety. In light of recent developments in the investigation, we have determined there is no risk to staff, and Sunspot Solar Observatory is transitioning back to regular operations as of September 17th. We recognize that the lack of communications while the facility was vacated was concerning and frustrating for some. However, our desire to provide additional information had to be balanced against the risk that, if spread at the time, the news would alert the suspect and impede law enforcement investigation. That was a risk we could not take. Alright guys, so that is the entire statement from AURA. And again, and this is just me, many of you may say, okay, it's case closed. It was nothing major. It was nothing in space. No UFOs, no aliens, no solar flares, no spying from China, no secret labs down underneath the observatory. But I have to say, still, that this story seems almost too easy to me. It seems a little too perfect, a little too simple, a little too strange, if I may say so myself. Because this story that they're putting out, and I told you guys they would be putting out a story without a doubt, because they couldn't keep this secrecy forever. But the story that this area was turned into a virtual ghost town, people chased out of their homes, the FBI on site with a speed and precision with which I've never seen before. The fact that the local sheriffs and the local authorities had no knowledge of this. I would think if there was some sort of suspect that they were looking for and that's why they did this, well, why wouldn't the local law enforcement be the first to know about that so that they could at least aid with this search, if there even was a search? All we know is that they're saying there was a suspect that posed a risk. But why would you need the FBI for that? I mean, isn't the FBI a federal agency that deals with a very specific set of circumstances? I mean, normally, I would think it would be the local police involved with something like this, but they were in the dark. The people at the observatory were in the dark. Everybody was in the dark. But now, AURA is saying, well, we knew the whole time, but we simply chose not to put out this information so it would not impede the investigation. So is this them admitting that they were lying when they claimed that none of them knew why they were being evacuated, and that the sheriffs didn't know, and that no one knew? And furthermore, what about all of these other solar observatories that closed? The webcams that suspiciously went black during this time, from Hawaii to Europe to America. I mean, something is not adding up here, and I'm not trying to say that to further this story or post yet another video about sunspot. I mean, obviously, I'm kind of tired of talking about it. There's a lot of other things that I've got videos in the works about, new things, other things, and honestly, it's gotten to the point where if we just got some straight answers, I would say, okay, case closed. And again, many of you may be saying, okay, it is case closed. But am I wrong, and do you guys agree that something about this story still seems a little fishy to me? With all of the information we know, that there was such secrecy, such panic, such confusion, and that this place would have to have been closed for almost 2 weeks because of a single person, or suspect as they're calling them. And not only that, the entire surrounding homes and neighborhood evacuated and roped off. And furthermore, we do know, as you guys saw from the drone footage I posted in my last video, people were also allowed to go in. Although they had things roped off, people were still going in with backpacks and cameras and walking right up to the observatory and taking pictures and video of it. I mean, I would think if there was some sort of suspect on the loose, they wouldn't allow anyone in there, or they would at least be checking who came in there. I mean, it's just not adding up to me. And this story just seems a little bit too simple. With everything we've known, the secrecy around this, the reason why they've closed it for so long, the fact that it's so close to White Sands and Holloman Air Force Base, the webcams shutting down. And well, there you guys have it. I mean, that's what we know so far. So tell me what you guys think down below. I honestly, and it's just my opinion, I think we're not getting the whole story. So hopefully we'll get some more information. But at this point, after so much secrecy, I don't know if I'm going to be able to believe whatever the story is they put out. So yeah, give me your opinions down below. As I said, I've got new stuff in the works, and as you guys have probably noticed, I've been posting kind of more frequent videos lately. This summer, I kind of needed to take a break, spend more time with family, but as the summer ends, daily videos are going to be coming back, so stay tuned, subscribe. Thank you all for stopping by, and I'll see you back in just a bit.